Today, I want to talk about something that kind of seems taboo in the online coaching space. When you look online, everyone looks like they're living their best life. Everyone is successful. But honestly, there are a lot of challenges that online coaches face that you need to know about. And in this video, I want to talk about the top 6 challenges that online coaches face and how you can avoid them.
There's no stopping me now. I know my shot, sit down. Money's all over me. I'm called to be rich and be free.
What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. I am 𝗛𝗲𝗀𝗃, your go-to business operations strategist, here to help you grow your business through people and systems. In today's video, we're going to be talking about common challenges that online coaches face and how you can actually overcome them. So in today's video, I really just wanted to talk about this because when you look on social media, every coach looks like they're doing well, and oftentimes they really aren't. There's this big there's a lot of the fake it till you make it mentality in the online coaching space, when a lot of people are actually struggling to get their businesses off the ground and to even maintain success once they have had a dose of it. So I was like, you know what, why don't I just make a video about the top 6 common challenges that I see, and then give you guys my best tips and strategies for how you can overcome it. So with that being said, I want to go ahead and jump right in and get into the number 1 challenge that I see that most people struggle with, and this is how to find clients online. So a lot of people will tell you a lot of outdated strategies, and primarily what I see people talk about when it comes to getting clients is, oh, you have to have an online presence, which that is true. But when it comes to having an online presence, what people teach is that you have to be on social media. Typically, that's Instagram, that's TikTok, Facebook, YouTube. But outside of social media, there are other online platforms where you can actually attract clients instead of having to chase them, or how I like to say it, convince people that they should work with you. In addition to that, you have to remember that online business is new, but traditional business in the original sense is not new. It has been around for ages. So you have to ask yourself, before the internet, how did people market their business? How did people find clients, right? You can still incorporate some of those old traditional methods for getting clients into your marketing strategy. Now, I am going to link 2 videos above. One video is my own personal journey of how I've been able to get clients without relying on social media. At this point, I have been off of Instagram and Facebook for over 2 years now. I don't have Instagram marketing as a part of my strategy. We don't use Facebook groups, but I have a video on how I actually get clients without social media, so I'll link that above. And then I have a separate video where I give you different ways that some of my clients are actually getting clients without using social media. And so because everyone's business is different, that is why it is very important to understand who your target audience is. And I know people hate to hear coaches or strategists say who's your target audience, but when you really understand who your target audience is, their shopping behaviors, their buying triggers, then it's going to give you a good idea of where they're hanging out, where you can find them, what's the best way to market to them, what's the best channels to use, because you were literally honed in on who your target audience is and what they want and where they are and how to build that bridge between what they want and what they need, right? All right, so the number 1 challenge is always finding clients, and there's so many different ways that you can get clients outside of social media. And if you want to scale your business, you should explore other avenues besides social media and really focus on what are some online, even offline platforms where I can attract clients to me instead of having to constantly go out and chase clients. As long as you're chasing people, you're always going to be trying to convince them that they need what it is that you have to offer. Instead of attracting people, you are letting people who are looking for you, looking for your products, looking for your services, seek you out instead of it being the other way around. The next challenge that online coaches often face is simply just being able to manage their time effectively. effectively. Typically, when you look on social media, everyone is talking about how they're making money in their sleep. They're making money while sipping Mai Tais on a beach somewhere. And you go into entrepreneurship thinking it's going to be the same way. And honestly, I would say the first few years of entrepreneurship, I probably worked more hours in my business than I did at my 9 to 5, working 40 hours a week. And honestly, by the time I quit my business, I was in a management role. So I was probably working 48 to 50 hours per week, right? And so with that, I definitely still feel like I was working more hours trying to build and grow my business than I actually did working my 9 to 5. And a lot of people don't really talk about that. You go from having this traditional work schedule where it's like, okay, you go to your job, you work 8 to 5, 9 to 5, whatever, you go home, you're off on the weekends. And often when you go into entrepreneurship, it's a 24/7 job. You're working on your business every opportunity you get, even on the weekend, even on holidays. It could be Thanksgiving and you're sitting at the dinner table trying to eat turkey while you're still up here trying to update your Black Friday sale, right? So you have to learn how to manage your time effectively. And one thing for me, I did come from a corporate world. I have a corporate HR background. So when I went into entrepreneurship full time, I never changed my schedule. And so I changed my schedule. I didn't work 8 to 5 no more, right? But I still worked Monday through Thursday, and I had set hours that I worked. It has changed over time. I went from like working 9 to 3, sometimes 7 to 11, 8 to 12. But I have always had a consistent schedule of what I have dedicated work hours so that I'm always working in my business as well as on my business on a set schedule. Because if you get out of a routine, it is so easy to kind of fall off the bandwagon, and before you know it, like, you haven't done anything, you didn't create any products, you haven't been doing any marketing, people are waiting on you for deliverables, and your task list is just getting longer and nothing is getting done. So when it comes to effectively managing your time, I would say still have some type of work routine, set hours or days where you work on certain things. And in addition to that, use some type of project management tool. I have a tool that I created called Plan Correct that has a daily planner in it, a master task list, a project tracker, so that you can actually manage your projects day to day. You can set priorities, see what's due now, what's upcoming down the pipeline, and you can also communicate across your team. If you're interested in that, I will leave a link down below in the description. But you don't have to use that. You can use your own project management tool. There are tons out there. I use Notion. I love ClickUp. A lot of my clients use ClickUp. There's Monday, there's Trello, there's Asana. So just find a project management tool that's going to work for your business and your workflow, and that's going to help you out tremendously when it comes to mastering your time and making sure nothing falls through the cracks. If you enjoy the tips that I have given you so far, if you haven't already, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to the channel so you can see other videos in the future just like this one. Now, let's go ahead and slide into challenge number 3. And this is a big challenge that a lot of people face, and this is standing out in a crowded market. One thing that I hate, even amongst the business coaches, I see a lot of business coaches telling you that you need to know your target audience, that you need to have I call it a unique marketing edge. Some people will say unique value proposition, unique selling point, right? But here they are using the same generic selling point of selling financial freedom, time freedom, abundance, without any specifics. If you want to stand out from a crowd, you literally need to have a unique marketing edge or something that helps you to set yourself apart in the market in some capacity. So you really want to focus on what it is that makes you different, and then also incorporate who you are, your expertise, your background into your marketing and into your brand story. So you will hear me say a lot on this channel. I talk about how my background is in human resources. I used to be a workforce development training instructor. I also was in the military where I worked as a database analyst. I also have a background in IT where I worked as a healthcare interface developer. So I have pretty much leveraged all of my education, my master's in human resources, my MBA, my undergrad degree in business management, my IT background in education. I have pretty much leveraged all of that in order for me to build the business that I have. Me being a business operations manager, I am leveraging my IT background as well as my human resource background to help people scale their businesses by hiring people as well as implementing systems in their business. So when you look at your own expertise, when you look at your education, when you look at your life experiences, how can you incorporate that into the products and services that you sell and also into your brand story and how you market your business? When you figure out that sweet spot, that is going to help you to stand out and start to attract those people instead of having to find clients. So let's get into the fourth challenge that a lot of online coaches face, and this is simply being able to scale their coaching practice. So here's the thing. The bottom line is, as your client base grows, your business also needs to grow. And in order for your business to grow, you have to have resources. You will need people, human resources, you will need systems, and you will need processes, okay? In order to be able to afford people and processes, you have to have the resources coming in, right? You want to make sure that you're thinking about a comprehensive growth strategy that is going to be a holistic approach to scaling your business. As you take on more clientele and your client base grows, you may be the only coach in your business and you're the one who's coaching and mentoring all of your clients. But if you want to be able to scale, you know you need a junior coach, right? Or maybe you're going to have to develop additional programs, additional courses, additional digital products so that you can cater to people based on where they are in their customer journey at different points. So you want to make sure that you're considering all of those things in your plan in order to make sure that you're building a business that's going to be scalable. If you're a solopreneur, you're the coach in your business that is doing all the things, wearing all the hats, and you don't want to hire anyone because you think it's going to help you save money, I guarantee you are probably at a plateau right now, because as one person, you can only do so much. You're going to have to enhance your systems and improve your tech stack, hire team members if you want to be able to continue to grow with your client base. So I've already went over the top 4 most common challenges that online coaches face. Let me know, have I already identified your biggest pain point, your biggest challenge that you're facing right now? If not, let me know what your current biggest challenge is as a coach in the comments right now, or maybe I'll address it in the next 2 points, okay? So let's go ahead and keep it moving and get into challenge number 5. And this is a big challenge that a lot of people face, and that is maintaining their client retention. Some people don't even track their client retention, so they don't know if it's good or bad, but this is something that I started paying really close attention to back in 2022. Once I kind of knew that I was no longer going to be doing coaching and that I was going to take on more of an operations role, then I started paying attention to, okay, like when clients sign up to work with me, how long do they stick around? And honestly, I'm excited to say I have clients that literally we've been working together since 22 when I started making that transition. But as time has progressed, I have consistently increased my client retention rate for clients who work with me for 3 months or longer. So back in 2022, I think it was like 43% if I remember correctly. And then like at the end of December of 2023, we were at 71%, I think. And now here we are in 2024 and I'm at an 83% client retention rate. And so this is letting me know that obviously I am doing something right, right? And so you need to be tracking your own client retention. When people sign up for your coaching programs, how many people are actually completing your program from start to finish? Are they getting the results that they say they want? If you have programs that are kind of tiered and people go from one program to the next program to the next program, how many people are actually progressing through your program, through your product stack, right? You want to make sure that you're paying attention to that information, because there is so much data in the details when you track these numbers and when you pay attention to your KPIs. So if you want to increase your client retention, obviously the best thing you could do is deliver upon what you say you're going to deliver upon. If you tell people you're going to help them make $1 million in 60 days, then in 60 days, the majority of people should be making $1 million. If you tell people you're going to help them lose 30 pounds in 30 days, after 30 days, they should be losing 30 pounds or close, right? So let's get into number 6. The last challenge that I see online coaches facing right now is simply just burnout. I see so many people making posts or just like ghosting their business because it becomes so overwhelming. Things are falling through the crack. Entrepreneurship is a lot harder than they thought it was going to be. They're juggling multiple different responsibilities at the same time. And so if you want to avoid burnout as a coach, you have to create some type of daily rituals or some type of self-care routine that can help you have work-life balance. So for me, there are a few things that I make sure that I do every single day, or at least I try to do every day, we'll say. And that is, I try to walk every day for at least 25 minutes, and I try to make sure that I spend at least 20 minutes outdoors. So because those things kind of go together, typically I will like walk outdoors for 25 minutes just so that I'm out in nature getting fresh air. I'm not spending all my time cooped up in the house, right? Something else that I like to do is make sure that I have time for prayer and meditation, that I am showing gratitude and appreciation for the things that I have. And so you just have to come up with your own daily success rituals, is what I like to call them, or daily habits that help you make sure you're maintaining your self-care, your mental well-being, and you avoid that burnout. Now, those are the top common struggles that I see online coaches facing these days and how you can avoid it and overcome these things. Let me know down in the comments below this video, were any of these tips helpful? Are you experiencing any of these challenges? Are there any other challenges that I didn't mention that you're currently facing? Drop them down in the comments below, and I would do my best to give you my tips for how you can overcome it. Now, if you want more helpful tips about being a better coach, make sure you check out my Be a Better Coach playlist. The link is in the description. Thank you guys so much for stopping by my internet home. And make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on those notifications so you'll be the first one to get notified anytime I upload another video just like this. Bye, y'all.